committed. And we didn't find that out until the match actually started. We actually got an earful from the back saying that Sky Horseman was unable to compete due to unfortunate circumstances from one Gino. So it turned out to be a one-on-one contest for the Ignition Championship between Gino Rivera and Zamore. Marky, we'll have you start this one off.
Zamore's just living large here. You know, Gino Rivera's been on that quest for RMP gold for a while now. He found a target in Zamore, and that's a dangerous target to put in your own crosshairs because that is Zamore right now, and that man is red hot, and RMP proves it. Walks in to Milestone, the champion, walks out the champion. He's just riding so high. I don't know what it would take to remove the Ignition title off of Zamore, but right now that's proving to be one of the hardest things. Is not even to remove the title off him, but just to get his shoulders down for more than a 2 count is proving to be nigh impossible for so many people in RMP right now. And Gino Rivera just runs up against the brick wall that is Zamore. He gets his win, he keeps his title, and he is the fighting champion that we were hoping that he was going to be. We seen him almost Sunday a couple months ago go down a darker path than this, but he seems to have redeemed himself, and he's really pushing forward.
Yeah, I agree. He's becoming an unstoppable force. And you say you don't know what it would take to kind of beat him at this moment. I think it would take multiple men, and I think Gino kind of made a mistake here. You know, if Gino was the guy to take, and somebody mentioned on commentary, might have been Johnny, might have been Derek. Why would you take out another guy that you could use to take down a guy like Zamore and you know, just counter a guy like that, and then maybe you two go at it yourselves, or you have some underhanding things you do after the fact. Then that's the way I would have gone about it if I was him. I would not have wanted a one-on-one match with Zamore because it was going to end the way it ended, and that was with Zamore getting his hand raised. But so I mean, now we got the like you said, a fighting champion, a guy that doesn't seem to be able to be beat. Triple I, who do you think could beat Zamore and take that title off of him?
You guys are all going to be shocked by this. I think Gino Rivera is the guy that could beat Zamore and win the Ignition Championship. If you could allow me a few moments. So I know Zamore. Everyone's going to talk about Zamore, and rightfully so. I love Zamore. Everyone knows I'm a huge fan of Zamore. He's a fighting champion. He's a dominating champion. He's got momentum on his side as well. There's no doubt about that. We're not disputing that. What it comes down to here, guys, is did you guys see Gino's versatility in this match? His speed, his athleticism, his aggressiveness, his early onslaught attack on Zamore. He brought the fight to Zamore. All right. And Sunday, you mentioned why would you take out Sky Horseman, as a potential, ally to help team up on Zamore. I think of it as, all right, one less person in my way. Now I have one guy to worry about, not two guys. And if I lose the match, it's on me, not someone else. But there's two things that Gino Rivera did in this match that contributed to his downfall. One, you slapped Zamore in the face midway through the match. How many times have I said this? You slap your opponent, over and over. You are going to piss them off. I don't care how big or how small they are. You will piss them off. You're going to wake them up, and they're going to beat the ever-living hell out of you. That's exactly what Zamore did, all right? He got overzealous there. Number two, after Gino hit this beautiful, sensational running cartwheel coffin drop, followed by this frog splash from the top rope, he pins him instead of continuing for a close two. Instead of continuing the offensive attack, what's he do? He goes and grabs the title to try to get his cheap shot in, and that led to his downfall as well. The point is, Gino beat Gino in this match. He slapped the big man when he shouldn't have, and he went for the title knowing very well that that's going to cause a DQ, and you're not going to win the championship that way. You take out those two factors, gentlemen, and I think Gino could be your potential next Ignition champ. Coastal, do you agree with that, or potential some other option that could be the next Ignition champ?
I mean, I just think that, there's a saying, pride cometh before the fall, and I think that was Gino Rivera's big thing. In this match is, number one, I don't think he should have taken out Sky Horseman. I think if he wanted to see how to do that, you watch Curtis Cole later on how to win a triple threat match, being the smallest guy in the room. and you use your everything to your advantage. And I think Gino, I would have given him a little more credit being smarter. He's a veteran, but Triple I, you're exactly right. He's a bulldog. He just goes right at you, 100 miles an hour. I just think sometimes when you make a mistake at 100 miles an hour, it resonates bigger than a smaller mistake. And he made a few mistakes tonight. But right now, honestly, I think Zamore, his world is Ignition. And everyone else is just living in it. And he's come knock me off the mountain. And Lucas, I don't see anybody knocking him off the mountain right now.
I can't think of anybody because we've watched him defeat the biggest and baddest that we have to offer. He's beat Damon Ace. He's beat just everyone that comes his way, even wild card type people like Sergey, who you never know what you're going to get. He can beat even the unexpected. And he does it 2-on-1. It doesn't matter. Right now he is so locked in to what he's doing in the ring that I just can't see anybody that is competing at the level that he's competing at and doing it in such a dominant fashion. It's something that I think we should all enjoy, because eventually somebody will find out the secret recipe to beating Zamore. So I think right now we just need to enjoy what we're watching, and until that happens, I think we're watching history being made.
I agree. He's looked so good every single time he comes out. It's going to be really, really hard to take that level of confidence away from the young man.
Do we have a stat on the longest Ignition champion?
I think that's one championship that's kind of been a little bit forgotten. I'm trying to think about some of the past champions. The longest I know, like Casanova I believe was the first Ignition champion. I don't think he held it that long. I think Zamore's already, beaten him. So
it's not surprising.
Yeah, I could very much see once we get into the record books that this will be a record title reign by